All right, so we just pulled into Notch Point. This is a free camp just south of Mackay, and have a look at this sunset. Putting on a show. Mackay Region getting it done. Here we go, all set up, Notch Point. We're just south of Mackay. If you haven't been here, you're going to be in the Mackay area. There's a heap of posts. Visit Mackay's site, and a bunch of accounts have posted about this place. It's a free camp. The pictures do not do it justice. It is absolutely unreal. I mean, just have a look at this. There's cows wandering around on the beach. I've, spent a lot of time around cattle. I've never seen beach cows, so this is a first for me. You'll see some pictures if you check out our Instagram at Wandering Winters. We got all set up here. These new steady flood setup lights. Big help getting set up when you roll into camp a little late. Definitely helped last weekend over at Five Rocks and helped tonight. Carly's over there cooking up a storm. Using those lights, shout out to Shane from Aussie Overlander for the help getting it all set up, and we used his rig to do some trial and error on getting it all wired into the Manager 30 system, or the Red Vision system from our Red Arc power plants we've got running in the canopies. Once we figured it out, it's pretty plug and play to add stuff like lights or induction cookers or whatever. Awesome stuff. Mitts alloy canopy. It's our home on wheels. And so far, you can't fault it. It's good gear. Let's come over here and check out what's going on. Carls, how we doing?
Good, beautiful view. But it's 2-minute noodles tonight because I'm feeling lazy.
She is selling herself short. Pork's going on in the walk. We got 2-minute noodles. We're doing the meager rank thing. Kind of didn't use Wagyu, but jacked the idea from Harry at Fire to Fork. And yeah, makes for a pretty quick meal. So yeah, should be good. See you in the morning. Hey, so we bailed pretty early this morning from Notch Point. The Midgies and the Mozzies were vicious. Carly was having some pretty tough reactions to the bugs, and Jax was getting murdered. So we decided to pack up pretty early, which is too bad because it really is a good spot. I think we were just kind of low down in the mangrove, so it was super extra buggy where we were. But sorry about that. Let me turn the old UHF off for a sec. The benefit is we now have a bit more time to explore. We are off to Yungala, I don't know. Yungala Dam and the Yungala National Park. Apparently this is one of the best places in all of Australia to see platypus in the wild, which seems like an opportunity to not pass up. So that's what we're going to go do, and then after that we're going to check out the gorge on the way back, Fitch-Hatton Gorge. We'll check in there for maybe a dip because it is 33 degrees and it's 9 o'clock in the morning. And then from there, we are off to Cape Hillsborough National Park because apparently that's where you see all those famous pictures of kangaroos on the beach. And we'll see what's cooler. Yesterday we had cows on a beach, which was pretty cool. Tomorrow is roos on a beach. Now it is off to find some platypus, which apparently means driving up this crazy mountain. Check it out. All right. So we've arrived at the Yongala National Park, and we're gonna go for a little river walk here to try to find some platypus. Look at this. Nobody around. We've got the whole place to ourselves. Pretty awesome. Let's see if we can find some platypus. Let's get it.
Find a platypus.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a hike, see if we can find a platypus.
You have to don't snap them. You don't snap those snappy.
Oh, we have to be what?
Be quiet.
That's right.
So it turns out if you're at Yongala Dam looking for platypus,
We're just trying to. But there's a spider there.
if you walk half a K down some rainforest,
And there's a spider there.
don't bother, because if you have a look at this sign, no platypus past this point.
And there's a spider there.
I don't believe it, because it's one whole creek, but the sign says so. Must be true, right?
All right, so now that we figured out where not to go, it was a nice walk though. We're gonna kind of set up here at the observation deck and just kind of hang. There's a family of ducks cruising around, a couple of turtles. We have not seen the elusive platypus yet, but we'll hang out for a bit because we have the place to ourselves, so why not? And see if we can see one. If we do, we'll be sure to try to get some footage for you. And if not, we'll see you at the gorge. We did it. We have been all over Australia if you count our honeymoon trip years ago. We've done a lot of travel around this country, and to finally track down the very elusive platypus in the wild is a bucket list item ticked off. And it's one of those just wildlife experiences that's so cool, and the reasons that we're out here doing what we're doing and traveling like this, because wow, and to share that with Jax was pretty awesome. So yeah, they claim that this is one of the best places to see them, and seems like they are correct. If you're in the Mackay region, come out here, check it out. We're at the Broken River Walk is the access point we're at. There's kind of two sides of it. It's a super easy, it's a walk, it's not a hike or anything. Easy to do for just about anybody. There's a couple floating platforms, there's lots of maps around the area to show you where to go. We went to two of them and we're about to pack up until we ran into a couple of locals who said, oh, come over and check out the other side of this bridge. And we're so glad we did, because we managed to find ourselves a platypus. making the trek up to the Hatton Gorge after doing platypus searching this morning. Looks like it's about a K&a-half or so. 1.6, I think it says, out there. 2.8 return. Pretty easy so far. Pretty simple trail to get to the gorge. It is smoking hot. So we're hoping that the water will be nice and cool for a refreshing dip when we get to the end. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We're getting there. It is hot. Cannot wait for a swim up here.
What's the humidity today?
I don't know, but the sweat factor is through the roof. As far as hikes go, it's a pretty easy hike in to the gorge here. It is absolutely beautiful. The canopy on the way in, the waterfall is gorgeous. But it's like 35, 6, I don't know.
45 with humidity.
110 with humidity. So we're going for a swim. Check you in. Kookaburras. Hey everybody, we are all set up now at Smalley's Beach Campground, Cape Hillsborough National Park, just outside of the town of Seaforth. Got this place pretty much all to ourselves. Huge campsite. If you're coming out to Smalley's Beach and you can get campsite number 1, do it. It is worth it. Just going to take you for a little walk down here. Go check out the sunset. We got in kind of just at golden hour. I don't even know if you can hear me over the kookaburras. Putting on a show. What an epic day cruising around the Mackay region. We've seen platypus. We have gone for some pretty cool hikes, driven some pretty cool roads, swam in a waterfall, met some cool people, and then lunch was at a pub where we had maybe the biggest crumb steak in the history of crumb steaks. I will put a link to that pub's name down here because, well, I forget. We've done too much today and there's too much going on. Tomorrow we're getting up bright and early because apparently this area is famous for those iconic Australian kangaroos on the beach shots. So we're going to hopefully get up and see if we can get some of those. We've been lucky everywhere we've been the last couple of days. We've had the entire place to ourselves pretty much. So, but look at this view. We are camped just up there. Pretty epic. Anyway, that's about it. We're gonna chuck some dinner on, and by chuck some dinner on I mean eat some leftover crumb steak, because pretty sure we have a kilo or a kilo and a half left over from what we had at lunch. So we will see you in the morning. It's, I don't know, 5:50, something, 5:40. We're on our way down Cape Hillsborough Beach, hopefully to see the famous kangaroos on the beach. I don't know why I do this every time I say kangaroos, like they're not real things. Kangaroos are real. Anyway, we're gonna go see what we can find out. Hey buddy, excited to see some kangaroos on the beach? That's what we're gonna do. So, if it all works out, we should be able to walk down here. And they make you think that there's, oh, yep, there you go. Just look for the kangaroos. And by kangaroos, I mean, look for the group of people. Have a look at this spot. And there are indeed kangaroos on a beach. We're probably a few minutes later than we should have been, but that is okay. What a beautiful morning. And there's kangaroos on a beach. Look at this. Sunrise, beach, beach kangaroos and wallabies. And amazingly, from what we've heard about this place, it can get pretty hectic with people, and I can see why. It's so good. We got so lucky. It's okay, mate. You're all right. And there's barely any people here. Look at that. Now, there's the Instagram. Here's the reality. But really, I mean, there might have been 5 or 6 more people when we got here, and that was it. We've been pretty lucky the last few days, getting places all to ourselves. So guys, what do we think? Kangaroos on the beach? Pretty cool? Yeah? Alright, what do you say we go make some coffee, have some breakfast, and find a park, man? Alright, yes. Let's do it. Now this is an area famous for platypus, and we're stoked because we just saw our first platypus after a lot of traveling around Australia. But top-knot pigeons, I didn't read the side because I don't have to. I'm an outdoorsman, I'm a pro overlander. It's definitely women who are into dudes with top knots.